Hello there, Phil Simborg with another tip of the day for our USBGF friends. This is a position that came up last weekend at the tournament in Pittsburgh, and it is a match 0-0 to 7 or 7 away as us aficionados like to call it, because it's the away score that really matters. It doesn't matter how many points you've made so far, it's how many you have to go. And red is on roll. What's the proper cube action here? Why don't you take a look at this and decide. Do you think red should double? And if red double, do you think blue should take? Well, I always preach and use Woolsey's Law. So before I decide whether I'm doubling, I always ask myself if I'm taking or not, and if I'm sure I would take. And with Woolsey's Law, if you were blue and you said you're pretty sure you're going to drop, then for sure it's a double, unless you're too good to double. And if you're not quite sure if you would take or drop, then for sure it's a double. And lots of people would be unsure of whether or not blue should take or drop here. So that's a pretty good reason to double right there, because you might get some drops. But this is a great position to apply Stick's Law. And Stick's Law is that most normal prime versus prime positions are takes. And the reason that they're takes is because in a normal prime versus prime position, the one who's taking can usually win around 30% or more. And if he doesn't get gammoned more than about 16% of the time, net gammons, that's going to total more than 21.5%, which is your take point. So take a look at this. Your net gammons for blue is about 6. He gets gammoned about 13 times, but he wins gammons about 7 times. So that's about 6 gammons that he loses net. The gammon value is about 522, so that's worth around 3 gammons. You take 3 gammons and you add that, say, to the 21.5% take point at this score, and that's about 24-25%. And again, if it's a normal prime versus prime and you're going to win around 30%, then clearly you don't have anything close to a drop. So it's an easy take. Then the question remains, should red double? And in this case you can see it's right to double, but how do you know it's right to double? Here I use another theory that's been very, very helpful to me, O'Hagan's Law of Market Losers. Am I going to lose my market enough? What's enough? According to John O'Hagan, at a score like this, if you lose it about 25% of the time. And you should be thinking in terms of your net market losers, not just the losers, market losers that you roll, but the bad rolls too. Well, here you clearly have 11 market losers if you roll a 6, and you only need 9 to have 25%. Do you have some very, very bad rolls? Certainly you do. You could roll double 4. Double 5 isn't a great roll, but it doesn't leave a shot. Double 3 is pretty bad. It's going to open up also. So you've got 2 really clear anti-market losers. That takes your 11 down to 9, and it would put you right on the edge, except that you also have to think about blue's rolls. And blue has some pretty bad rolls, even if you don't roll a 6. Most of the time you're either going to roll a 6 or probably just move this checker in. Or possibly you might leave a shot, but he might not hit it. And if he hits it, the game's not over. And there are some very bad rolls for blue, including double 5, double 4, double 3, which aren't so hot. Double 3 plays okay, but it's still going to make it very easy for red to get out. So in prime versus prime positions, Stick's Law of taking pretty much if you don't have a terrible number of gammons, and giving the cube if you have a reasonable number of market losers, works really, really well. And has worked for me tremendously since I've learned these 2 basic strategies. Hope it helps you too. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.